Prince Charles hails children demanding concerted action on climate change. Young people have had enough of empty words on the environment and are crying out for concerted action, the Prince of Wales has said, as he accepts the fundamental responsibility of his generation to help them. The Prince, who spoke on his final day of a Caribbean tour, said his children, grandchildren, and their peers deserved action to help them out of an appalling crisis caused by potentially catastrophic global warming. In a speech was delivered in the Cayman Islands in praise of the measures they have taken to protect marine life, the Prince acknowledged the newly engaged Commonwealth youth who are putting the pressure on their elders for change. Young people in Britain and further afield have recently been engaging in a series of climate change strikes, saying we demand the world's decision makers take responsibility and solve this crisis. The Prince, who has long championed teenagers and young adults through schemes including his Prince's Trust, did not refer directly to the strikes but is understood to have been encouraged by seeing a new generation speaking out on key issues. For years, I have tried to warn of this impending crisis and of our fundamental responsibility for our children's and grandchildren's inheritance, he said in a speech on the final day of a Caribbean tour. Now, ladies and gentlemen, those very children are crying out for concerted action rather than just empty words. A spokesman said the Prince was encouraged that young people are speaking out on important topics like climate change, adding it's an issue that's been very close to his heart for many decades. The Prince's tour to the Caribbean and Cuba, with the Duchess of Cornwall, has focused heavily on environmental issues, in particular concerns about polluted oceans and the increasing threat of disasters such as hurricanes in the region. The Prince praised steps taken in the Commonwealth countries to protect marine life and coral reefs, saying it could lead to the Cayman Islands becoming a shining example of best practice in integrated, and genuinely sustainable management of its land-based and ocean resources. Such an integrated approach is not only essential to protect our ecosystems, but also particularly in the Cayman Islands case, to protect the long-term viability of economic sectors, such as tourism, on which they are utterly dependent. Such an innovative and far-sighted approach could become a beacon for the Commonwealth to help lead the world and indeed the whole of nature out of this appalling crisis of our own making. The Prince and Duchess flew back to Britain on Friday after a final engagement at Pedro St. James, an 18th-century Caribbean great house and the oldest building on the British overseas territory. The Prince was photographed stroking one of the Cayman Islands' famous blue iguanas, asking is he dangerous? Before taking the plunge. The 15-year-old reptile, called Peter, placidly chewed on what appeared to be a piece of papaya as the Prince looked delighted. Blue iguanas are only found on the island of Grand Cayman and once numbered in the tens of thousands, but the population was decimated by people, their pets and rats. By 2001, fewer than 25 were estimated to remain in the wild, but under the program, their numbers are now in the hundreds. Telegraph Media Group Limited 2019. We rely on advertising to help fund our award-winning journalism. We urge you to turn off your ad blocker for the Telegraph website so that you can continue to access our quality content in the future. Thank you for your support.
Raindrop, drip, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. I get fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.